The behaviour just gets more psychotic by the day. Lady Colin Campbell, we saw Catherine, the Princess of Wales, yesterday, celebrating her 14th wedding anniversary, looking delightful. And yes, she was wearing skinny jeans.
Lady Colin Campbell is not holding back. Again, this time she's calling Meghan Markle psychopathic and obsessed with copying everything from Princess Diana's legacy to Kate Middleton's image.
She had had a bit of a glow up with her hair. It's slightly blonde. And like clockwork, the woman who claims that she doesn't look at the media, doesn't look at social media, yeah, right, as Meghan's mole put it, quick, Catherine wore skinny jeans, must copy that. And Lady C, then overnight, we even get the Instagram video. It's almost like an obsession, a Catherine copycat obsession. Let's have a look together. So there she is, coming down in her wellies, probably never worn before. Oh, and Lady C, she just so happens to be in Catherine style skinny jeans. It really is becoming, well, I think the word is psychopathic, isn't it?
The woman's sick. I mean, there are no two ways about it. She's sick. And also, like many very empty people, she has no identity. So she creates an identity by mimicking others and denigrating them and trying to boost herself and competing with them and doing things as if you know she does them better when of course she doesn't. I think she really is a very sick individual, and also she's compulsive. She can't give it a break. She can never give it a break. And especially now that she's fighting for her commercial life and that she knows that she and Ted Sarandon are hanging on by the skin of their teeth with Netflix and the Netflix board. She's just desperate, and she's doing everything she can at every turn to make herself appealing. And what I find interesting, Dan, is that in fact, she has started to pick up back her old act of, I choose happiness. Look how happy I am. I'm a wonderful person. I'm very loving. You know, she's reverting to what she did and the personality and the facade that she pretended to possess in the lead up to ensnaring Harry, because this was her perpetual thing before. Oh, I'm a very feminine woman. I'll do anything you want, and I'll give you anything you want, and I'll take such good care of you, horizontally, vertically, in every other way. But at the same time, I'm a feminist, and I'm a big worker, and I'm very energetic, and I know it all. And then once she was married to Harry, she went into the, oh, I'm being so taken advantage of. You know, I don't need to pretend to be nice anymore. I can be a bully. And now that she's been found out on both sides of the Atlantic, she's flipping back to the old act of, I'm so feminine, I'm just a nurturer. Oh, Harry's children, and of course they're mine too. I gave birth to them. I can prove it, but I'm not going to. Why would I prove it? I don't have to prove it. I'm not going to prove it. But the fact of the matter is they're my children as well. Well, they certainly are her children legally. So we won't dispute that one fact.
Is Meghan spiralling into dangerous delusion? Or is this just another royal smear campaign? Either way, Lady C's latest comments are sending shockwaves across royal watchers everywhere. Smash that subscribe button if you're tired of Meghan Markle drama being swept under the rug.
But the whole thing is a pathetic act, and she has effectively gone full circle from being an influencer with the TIG, which she hoped would make her some money. It didn't really make her money, but it gave her a platform and an entree whereby she was able to connect with people like Serena Williams and interview people like Paris Hilton and get a lot of freebies and get invited to things that she, as a really very minor actress, would never have got invited to. Oh, and Dan, while you're showing those photographs of her at that Jamie Kern-Lima interview,
Yes.
you know, she claims that and Jamie Lee Curtis twice said in that interview, and of course we're not wearing any makeup. Well, they're both wearing makeup. I mean, I used to be a model. I can tell you when somebody has on a no makeup look, and they're both wearing makeup. Jamie Kern
Kern-Lima. I'd actually never heard of her, but I know she is a big deal in the makeup world. And actually, Lady C, just before you go on, can I show you this post from Paula M about this? Because she agrees with you. She says Meghan Markle should have made sure to clean the mascara stain from her eyelid before falsely claiming she was makeup free. No, it's not a mole. I already checked other pictures, and if we just run through these 4 images, Lady C, while you're talking about it. So, I mean, I know nothing about makeup, Lady C, but I'm going to trust you on this one.
Well, she has on makeup. She has on foundation. She has on gloss hair. She has on foundation because her her face is several degrees darker than her hands. That's a dead giveaway that she's browned up. She also has on blusher, and so she has enhanced her eyebrows slightly, and she has done there is a way of putting on mascara that it doesn't look as if you are putting it on, and it's waterproof. And there's also a way of lining your eyes in the no makeup way, and she's done all of that. Now, Jamie Kern-Lima has her eyelashes enhanced, and she has on lipstick. What she doesn't have on is foundation, because she's very proudly displaying her rosacea, which is a selling point. But look at Meghan. I mean, that is not a woman who has on no makeup. And if you look at when she, there, look, the face is several degrees darker than the hands. Can you see it?
Oh, I can.
Let's dive into the madness. In a blistering new interview, Lady Campbell, known for pulling no punches, slams Meghan's behaviour as psychopathic, claiming it's not just narcissism anymore, but an unhealthy, dangerous fixation.
Oh, I can. I'm just listening in fascination. And I'm totally agreeing, but you know, I'm not an expert in this area, so I'm leaving it to the expert. But no. Look, you can't trust a word she says. So as soon as she said, "Oh, I'm not making any makeup," my automatic assumption was, well, she probably is. And Lady C, isn't it just so hilarious that she genuinely expects us to believe that she never looks at the media, that she never looks at social media, yet all of her Instagram content is now a direct reaction to either what people like us are saying, what the mainstream media is saying, or what William and Catherine are doing. I mean, it's just absolutely hilarious. I do have to say, Lady C, though, can we just take a moment to celebrate how wonderful William and Catherine look during this 14th anniversary? And wasn't it wonderful to see as well that even though Meghan did her absolute darndest to push them off the front pages, The Sun, for example, we can look here this morning in the UK, still went with Wills and Kate on Love Island. And Lady C, let's just say, William, how do I put this politely? We know that anniversaries are special to him because of this old video when he was talking to a couple who were a member of the public who were celebrating their anniversary. Some smart plans with the arched eyebrows. So I'm sure William and Catherine had some smart plans. But I mean, Lady C, it is interesting, isn't it? Obviously, we've looked a lot into their relationship, and I think we all agree that they're happier than they've ever been, which is quite incredible 14 years into a marriage. But sometimes a health crisis like the one that Catherine experienced has that positive impact on a relationship.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Because it focuses your attention on what's really important. And also, let's remember, Catherine is not out of the woods yet. And for the next 5 years, she's not going to be out of the woods, particularly. And after 5 years, there's always still the slim possibility of a return of the cancer. So, the reality of when you have cancer, especially when you're young, is that it focuses your attention on how finite life is and how you can't take certain things for granted, because you can't even take your life for granted. But have you noticed that her hair is now somewhat more auburn, and I think it really suits her.
It does, doesn't it? And Lady C, look, I have to show you this post on X from Queer Lips of Truth, which is just doing the most hilarious thing. And they posted this picture just with the word soon. And Lady C, they've used AI, but I love the point that they're making, which is anything Catherine does, Meghan wants to do better. But can we come to the story which has really disturbed a lot of people, this despicable decision by Meghan to continue to use her HRH title privately, and the fact that she's boldly briefing this news to the Daily Telegraph, Lady C. This is what they wrote today. The Duchess of Sussex has been using her HRH title privately for years, the Telegraph understands. However, the Duke and Duchess appeared to have interpreted things differently and believed that they simply agreed not to use HRH for commercial purposes. Their titles remain and they are free to use them in private, sources close to them insisted. The Duchess has referred to herself as HRH ever since they relocated to the US on private letters, gifts and invitations, it's understood. When they travel abroad, the couple are also said to request that their HRH titles be used. One source said it was an attempt to feel relevant. Well, Lady Colin Campbell, that wasn't the agreement. The agreement was that you don't use the titles full stop.
She says Meghan is obsessed with being adored, dominating headlines and, most bizarrely, mimicking Princess Diana's every move to manipulate public sympathy. Just look at the side-by-side photos, the outfits, the poses, the dramatic interviews. Is it admiration or full-blown imitation?
That's right. That's right. They're not allowed to use them even privately. And let's not pussyfoot around. Meghan's compliment slip was a commercial activity. She, I would not send out a present to a friend, and she and Jamie Kern Lima are asserting that they are friends. I would not send out, nor would anybody else I know send out, and I'll use my name as an example. I would not send out something to a friend. Well, say that, if I was sending you something,
yes,
would I send a compliment slip that said, with the compliments of Lady Colin Campbell? Or even worse, which is what Meghan did, would I send out a compliment slip to you with the compliments of the Right Honourable Lady Colin Campbell? I mean, you'd be mad to do it, you'd be delusional, you'd be pretentious, and you'd be crass and vulgar. It's just not done. I mean, it is, and also she sent out produce, which, and you will know as well as I do how these things work. Everything is agreed and scripted beforehand, and there is no room for error. And if there is an error, it is cut out of an interview or a podcast or whatever. And the fact of the matter is that this
this was included purposefully. And sorry to interrupt, but I think it's worth actually, Lady C, before you go on, just looking at how it was edited into the podcast, and then we'll pick up after that. I mean, firstly, she sent her a couple of punnets of ice cream, for God's sake. But secondly, it's all scripted. That's all scripted. That's all planned. The whole thing is cooked up. There is absolutely no way, and I know this is what you were saying, Lady C, that image was included without Meghan's express permission. So it is for commercial reasons.
Oh, absolutely. And not only is it for commercial reasons, it's to encroach upon the Sandringham Agreement, and it's to push the boundaries. And also notice the princely coronet. She's also not allowed to use the princely coronet. When Diana Wales lost her HRH, she ceased using the princely coronet as well. But because she was the daughter of an earl, she opted to use an earl's coronet. But she did not and could not continue to use the princely coronet correctly. Well, Meghan is technically still a royal highness, but she's not allowed to use it. So she's really not supposed to be using the princely coronet either, and certainly not for commercial purposes. So it's not only one thing that she's broken, it's three. It's the princely coronet, it's the royal highness, and it's the Duchess of Sussex. And the proof of the pudding is in the eating. None of this has been done personally. It's done commercially, because if it had been done personally, it wouldn't have been done at all. She'd have simply, if she had a postcard, she'd have put on it, "With love, Meghan." And if she didn't have a postcard, she'd have put on a sort of blank card, "With love, Meghan," or "Wishing you well, hope everything goes well." But this is a clear message, and it is a mischievous message, and it is intended to be delivered to Buckingham Palace, saying, "I don't care that you have told me that I am not allowed to use for commercial purposes any of my royal rank. I'm using the whole 9 yards, including my HRH, and if you don't like it, Margaret Thatcher victory sign to you."
Yes, indeed.
Royal fans have been pointing it out for years. Meghan wearing outfits almost identical to Diana's most iconic looks, adopting the same expressions, even staging photo ops in similar styles. Then there's Kate Middleton. Meghan's style has curiously started to echo Kate's elegant royal image. Is it coincidence or calculated branding?
Now, Lady C, everyone's been talking about the on-camera interview that Meghan did, of course, with Jamie Kern-Lima. But I put myself through the hell of also listening to their episode together of Meghan's podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, because there are a couple of moments from it that I wanted to play to you because I think they are so very instructive. I'm always stunned that Meghan leaves some of these moments in because I just think it shows that she has no self-awareness. This was the first moment where they're talking about blood types, and Meghan really admits that she views herself and always has viewed herself as a chronic overachiever. Listen.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
We're actually double recording for you, and we started 5 minutes out.
Oh, Jamie. I mean, I feel like we haven't talked about our blood type, but yours is probably an A positive like mine, because I was like, even my blood is overachieving.
It is.
It is?
It is. And I just learned that this year, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's my running joke. I was like, even my blood type has to be like A positive, A plus, A plus.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for doing this. It's been a full week, but here we are. You good?
Yes. Are you okay?
Yeah. Well, you saw my text yesterday. So
Yes.
there's a lot going on. But that's for our rocking chairs. This is our pseudo rocking chairs.
Even my blood is overachieving. That is the real Meghan Markle, Lady Colin Campbell.
A real tosser. Absolutely such a tosser. I mean, boastful, arrogant, pretentious. And what has she achieved? that is so commendable. Yeah, she managed to wangle her way into the bed and marriage with the prince. Instead of capitalizing upon the opportunity, she exploited it, she's blown it, she's returned to her roots as a hustler trying to sell rubbish to people on the pretense that it's something desirable. What has she achieved except creating huge problems within this nation and within the Commonwealth in terms of race baiting and political mischief making? Does she really think that she has achieved anything commendable? The woman is so pathetically out of touch with the reality of what she is. But then that is very characteristic of a malignant narcissist. And she, with her constant manipulations, also shows and her lack of boundaries, that she's Machiavellian and very sociopathic in her demeanor. And I don't think any of that is commendable. And I suppose maybe she's right. Maybe she is an overachiever. She's an overachiever in creating havoc and mischief and causing problems. But is she an overachiever in anything commendable? Absolutely not.
Lady Campbell says Meghan is trying to rewrite history to replace the real princesses in the public mind, as if she's trying to become the next Diana. Honestly, like this video, if you've noticed Meghan's transformation from Hollywood actress to royal role player. Is Lady Campbell just stirring the pot, or is she exposing the ugly truth about Meghan Markle's obsession with power, image and control? Do you think Meghan's copying is innocent or calculated? And has her obsession with Diana crossed the line into disturbing territory? Drop your thoughts in the comments, don't hold back. And don't forget to subscribe for more royal truth bombs they don't want you to hear.